When I think about that, I think about when we were young, like in our late 20s, early 30s. She and I called her Josie Girl. Josie Girl. And we talked about growing old together and making memories, and we've been so blessed in that regard. All our kids, all our grandkids, we've got special stories about each one of them. We sometimes sit on the deck and think about how blessed we are and rehearse the stories. And we do a lot of laughing, sometimes a little crying, but it's all been good. I wondered, I got to laughing the other day when we were young and talked about growing old together. Well, we've got a good start. We're not old yet, but we're getting there. So it's not over until it's over. We've been so blessed to have this time together. Looking forward to enduring to being the same with one another. Pray every day that we'll always be able to take care of one another. So far, it's played out just like that.
Happy birthday, Mom. Every once in a while, I am given an amazing compliment. Someone will tell me that I look like you, or I sound like you, or they'll ask me if I'm Mexican. Just kidding. But it's just a really great compliment to hear and know that sometimes people see a little bit of you in me. And the first time I realized that or saw that was when my kids were little. And I had to respond to a question with something like, because I said so. And I heard that voice and I was like, wait, that was my mom. And it was so weird to hear your voice come out of my mouth and your words come out of my mouth. And then I thought, wait, that was my mom. And I felt like I had unleashed some kind of superpower. And so I began to realize that because of you, I knew how to love and to take care of my children. And you even gave me two to practice on when I was little, which was really great. Because of you, I know how to make a house a home. Growing up, it didn't really matter where we lived or for how long. You always unpacked our boxes and made it warm and comfortable. Because of you, I know how to be a good wife. And sometimes I give Tim a little bit too much sass and he calls me Joe. And I'm like, again, huge compliment. I love that you're always down for a road trip. I don't even have to stop my car in your driveway. I just come to a slow roll and you throw your bags in the back and off we go. I love on those road trips that we get so lost in conversation that we actually get lost. And I know that our husbands spend the whole time we're away praying for us because they know there'll be some detours along the way and it may be really bad, but we always make it. Thank you for putting up with me when I was an awkward, weird, moody teenager. I know that I hurt your feelings a lot at that point in life, but you always loved me and you kept believing in me, and I really appreciate that. More than anything, I thank you for taking me to church and teaching me how to be a follower of Jesus, and you've been a great example of that. But what an incredible legacy that you set in motion by doing that for our family. Thank you for being an example of humility and kindness and patience, and more than anything, selflessness. You just give of yourself constantly. I know that all this attention today makes you uncomfortable, but I hope you spend a little bit of time to just soak it up, because you really, really deserve it. You deserve to be honored and you deserve to be celebrated. And I love you so much.
Okay, happy birthday, Mama Joe. Hope you're enjoying this day with family and this video that puts all the spotlight on you. And I'm going to enjoy watching off to the side, in spite of me having to watch myself, watch you squirm, having all these things be said about you. For me, when I came into the family, it was Mona, it was you, and then it was Julie, and that was a wall to get through, and yet it was an easy wall to get through because you guys, it's just real clear. Family is very, very important, and when you come into this family, you need to be devoted to that. And then second is it's all about kids, and that was an easy thing for me to be able to fit in there as well. That's not a hard thing for me to love. And so, on a side note, a lot of the funny things that go along with all that is bringing you along on road trips, coming to the compounds, and garage sailing, loading up totes, watching you squabble for a quarter, and watch that be with Mona, you, and Julie, how you take garage sailing to a whole nother level. But anyway, on a deeper level, I just again want to thank you for your legacy. You've taken on this title of Mama Joe, and just watch you make that home to a place to where it's a foundation for my kids, and it helped my kids have a strong foundation in family, and to have that at the grandparent level, it just means a lot when you're trying to navigate your family through all the things that go on today. And it means a lot to our kids. They talk a lot about it, and it just is really a special thing that you and Jimmy have done. So again, I hope you enjoy the day. I've enjoyed the last 30 plus years of being together with this family. I look forward to many more. So enjoy the day. Thanks.
Happy birthday to my mom. I love you so much, and I wish I had words to tell you how much I appreciate your presence in my life, and how grateful I am that you are who you are, and just the example that has always been set in front of me of hard work and family first, and kindness and loving with your whole self and giving of your whole self. It's just beautiful, and I'm so blessed to have had this example my entire life, and I'm so thankful that my children have it, and I just love you so much. And I really wish I could say it prettier, but I hope that you have a great day, and I hope that you are very, very proud of your 75 years, because you should be. You're a virtuous woman. You're everything to us. You're our heart and soul of our family, and you're just so important and so loved.
Hello, Joe. Happy birthday. I'd like to first of all thank you for being such an important person to so many people. Thank you for making and raising my amazing wife. I very much appreciate that. Thank you for being the best possible grandmother a human can be. You've always loved and cared for your many grandkids, and that is a special thing. The countless memories you created with them will last multiple lifetimes, and your love and example will even lead them, when they are older, to follow your ways. Also, thank you for bringing all these people to my house, so that the only peace I can find is in the toilet room. When I look at what you've created, I'm happy for you. I'm also proud of you and who you are. I love you. Now goodbye. I have some very important business to take care of.
Hey, Mom. I just want to talk about the kind of person that you are and the influence that you were on my life and how much I appreciate you. I think about going through life and having kids and just all the stuff that life throws at you. It can be tough, and I know that you know that, and I know that growing up, you always seemed happy. You always seemed like you were full of joy, and just whatever life threw at you, like you were positive. And looking back on that and knowing what I know now, I see how valuable that is. And I really appreciate that that's who you are. And I appreciate that that's what you taught us to do, that no matter what we're going through, that to keep a positive attitude is everything. And I love you for that. I think about just how devoted you were to family and to me. Like, you've always had my back. Like, you've always been there for me. I was thinking about that time we had to crawl into your house and fix something, and we were worried about a critter or a snake or something, and you crawled under that house with me, and you carried the shotgun, and you were gonna shoot that snake or whatever it was, or hand it off to me while I was fixing whatever needed to be fixed. I don't even remember now. But moms don't do that. Like, that's amazing. Like, moms don't do that. No, what mom does that? So I thought that was cool, and I'll never forget that. And then when I was younger, you let my girlfriend move in with us, and she needed a place to stay, and I know you probably didn't like that too much. I hope you're not still mad about that, but she did give you some good grandkids out of the deal, though, so that worked out. But I just want to say that you've always had my back. You're my day one. You are amazing. You are my wingman, apparently. And happy birthday. I love you. You're not celebrated near enough. And I hope you have a good night.
I want to wish Mama Jo a very happy birthday. Mama Jo taught me two really important things in life. First, she taught me how to play pitch. She was my very first pitch partner, and I'm pretty sure we're still undefeated to this day. Jim and John never really stood a chance against Mama Jo in pitch. And second, she taught me that if I ever need to get a job, I will make a wonderful furniture mover. We have moved an uncountable amount of furniture from upstairs to downstairs, from room to room, from different houses in the last 18 years than I think probably anyone has. I didn't know it was possible for a tiny woman to be able to move so many things on her own, but Mama Jo is a furniture moving inspiration. So, happy birthday, Mama Jo. We love you. You are by far the best grandma that any child could ever ask for, and we are so grateful that you have been next door loving our children for so many years. So happy birthday, and we love you.
Mama Jo calls me her number one because I'm her firstborn granddaughter. So anytime we were, coming into her house, she'd be like, "Oh, there's my number one." And anytime we were leaving, she'd be like, "Goodbye, number one. I love you so much." And I always loved that we kind of had that thing going, because I could walk into her house feeling like I'm on rock bottom, or feeling like things weren't going right, or for anything. And I would leave her house feeling like I was number one. And Mama Jo's got that way about her where she just makes you feel really taken care of and special. And I love that about my Mama Jo. Happy birthday, Mama Jo. I love you so much. Some of my favorite things about Mama Jo are her style. I've been ripping off her style ever since I figured out what style was. The flannel cardigan combo, elite. It is stylish yet functional and very cute. She made cardigans cool before Taylor Swift ever did. So congrats, Mama Jo, on being ahead of the curve. Another thing I love about Mama Jo is when she taught me how to drive. That was a really fun experience. She let me drive her car for a couple of days. Jillian and Hallie know how fun that trip was. She's really good at teaching. And then I think one of my other favorite moments was just all of the sleepovers we had at Mama Jo's house. That was always something that we were able to do, and we always had such a good time. She let us watch movies, and we made so many sugary snacks, brownies, monkey bread, cookies, cake, the works. Another one of my favorite things about Mama Jo is that anytime I told her a story about girls at school being mad at me, they were obviously always jealous. And so she'd always tell me that anytime a girl was mad at me or anytime we were in a fight, she's like, oh, they're just jealous because you're so pretty. And I'm like, well, there we go. I must just be gorgeous. And then any boy that didn't like me or broke up with me or, that didn't like me back, they were obviously gay. And honestly, she was right sometimes. So honestly, I love that when I go into Mama Jo's house, I'm perfect and I've never done anything wrong. So thank you, Mama Jo. You're perfect and you've never done anything else wrong.
Between pancakes and monkey bread, definitely monkey bread. Between I Spy or Hide the Thimble, I'm gonna go with Hide the Thimble. And my favorite Play-Doh story is when we were all at that family reunion at the lodges, and I just remember all the cousins, we were all sitting around a table, and we would each kind of like take a little piece and eat it. And everybody kind of went around and did that, and we were all laughing and whatever and being secretive with it, but I don't think it was that big of a deal. But yeah, all were such great times and having such great memories. So yeah, happy birthday, Mama Jo. We love you, and I'm so excited to be able to see you soon and for you to be able to meet Micah.
Some of my favorite childhood memories include playing games with Mama Jo, dancing to records in her living room, and eating good food at her house. Her house is always full of family and cousins. We played games like Hide the Thimble. She taught me how to play a bunch of card games, and one year we played Rummy probably 100 times. I'm sure she got sick of it. Mama Jo's kitchen is always full of grandkids and good food. I love her hamburger stew, monkey bread, and all of the fresh veggies from her garden. Those are delicious. I've been watching the slideshow of all of the pictures from over the years, and I just feel so overwhelmed with gratitude that I'm a part of this family that you made. Happy birthday, Mama Jo. I love you.
Hey, Mama Jo. I heard you was turning 25, so I figured I'd say something about it. The thing I remember about you the most is those summers I spent at your house up in Oklahoma. Part of the reason that was such a great time is because you made it a great time. You did nothing but take care of us, and for that, I will be forever grateful. You always made us food, and by the way, I've never met a better cook in my life. And that was part of what turned me from a West Coast boy to a Southern boy, because you showed me what Southern comfort was. And I will forever love you and appreciate you for that. Happy birthday.
Happy 75th birthday, Mama Jo. We love you. Cece, say I love you. I love you, Mama Jo. And we just wanted to share our favorite story. Mine would have to be whenever Jared and I were staying the night. Whenever we were younger, we were picking, you do the old who's staying at whose house in Prairie View. And we decided to stay at Mama Jo's with a quick little caveat. I think Mama Jo wanted to hang out with her grandsons for a little bit longer, so she enticed us to stay at her place by saying that we could have a whole thing of monkey bread to ourselves if we stayed the night at her place. So that's what we ended up doing, and it's one of my favorite memories because me and Jared got to devour a whole thing of monkey bread to ourselves. And Cece, what's your favorite memory? She says, I liked it when Mama Jo, when I got to be held by her for a long time. See? We love you.
Hi, Mama Jo. Happy 75th birthday. Grant, Cece, and I wish we could make it, but obviously we're in Hawaii. But I just want to say that my favorite memory with you is actually in December when Grant, Cece, and I drove down from Kansas to Prairie View. And we had that short, intimate talk on the couch for about 30 minutes roughly. But it meant a lot to me, and it was just a great conversation and something I will cherish for a long time, and it just made me feel closer to you. So, you know, can't go wrong with one of those memories. And here's Cece. She is a little occupied right now, but can you say hi? Here, I'll have her blow a kiss. Mwah, mwah, mwah. She's a little busy right now watching Miss Rachel, but again, happy birthday, and we wish we were there.
Happy birthday, Mama Jo. I cheated with my video because I watched everyone else's videos before I made this one. And I was reminded of so many great memories and so many great lessons that I've learned from both of you throughout the years, such as the consequences of eating a whole pan of monkey bread by yourself, pretty much. I want the record to show that I probably ate more monkey bread than Grant in that specific instance. But I'm super grateful for your house always being the place that it is, and that all of your grandkids know that if we go to your house that we're gonna get spoiled and be allowed to, you know, drink root beer whenever we're not allowed to have root beer at home, or you know, have our every need met, and you would always bend over backwards to get us, let us do whatever we wanted. And you didn't have to do that, but it was always the best time ever. Thinking about memories, some of my earliest memories are you going to our house and walking around our house on the gravel road. You took frequent walks, and Rachel and I, whenever we were very, very little, would go outside and walk with you, and I would always try to run and lap you. And I would always insist that it was a race and that I was winning, but that I think you didn't agree, that you were just walking for exercise. And those are really fun memories for me because it was always a game I was playing, and just time I got to spend with my grandma. Lots of my current interests and things that I love and things that I do were picked up at your house from you and Papa Jim. My current memories, things that still happen, is I can always go to your house. Like recently I go there and you fed me soup, and Papa Jim is always sitting at the table, and he always has a book or an article or something for me to read and a discussion to have, and some idea to explore, or something that I need to research. And me and Papa Jim will sit at the table and talk, and you're always there, always helping us, and you make really good soup, and I appreciate all of the little things, the little parts of me that I picked up from you two. My interests come from the movies that me and Joseph or me and Grant would watch at sleepovers at your house, and I remember the first chess opening I ever learned was The King's Indian, and Papa Jim taught me at your table, and I still play it in tournaments to this day, and whenever I play that chess opening, I think of Papa Jim teaching it to me like forever ago. And yeah, the kindness that you showed us and the hospitality, it's always going to be a part of me, and it's always going to be remembered by me. I think about you guys every day, and I love you so much. So happy birthday, Mama Joe. I hope it's a great day, and I love you.
Hi, Mama Joe. Happy birthday. I love you so much, and I miss you so much. I'm so sad that I have to miss this party, and I wish I was there. I'm having a lot of FOMO. But my favorite thing about Mama Joe and being able to visit up there was definitely the sleepovers. I had so much fun in that upstairs room, and I remember the downstairs room being made. I was like, guys, this is wild. Mama Joe made a downstairs room. Like, this is our sleepover den, and it was closer to the kitchen, so we could make our little midnight snacks and supervised and, you know, jump off the stairs. It was a great time, and I'm just so thankful to have a Mama Joe in my life, who just is able to let us be kids and run around and be crazy. And I love you so much, and I hope you have the best birthday ever. Mwah.
My favorite story, mine's not really a story, it's just like a moment, like a bunch of like, because like we would always like go over to her house, and why are you making that face? Anyways, we would always go to her house and listen to her Oh Johnny record.
We did spend in the living room. That was a good
We
one.
listened
There's
to
a
all
lot
of
of
her
good
records.
records, though.
I remember there's that one, the Disney one.
Yeah, the Disney one and the Oh Johnny
It was like
version.
like really old. What's that?
music.
The duck.
My favorite like Mama Joe memories are probably like garage sailing, and just when we would like spend the night with her, and then the next day we would like go garage sail around, and like we got some gems, some really good.
I remember one time when we went garage sailing, I got this big fat glass pig, and it was
Yeah.
my favorite thing. And we lived in Mustang, and I got it, and then I lost it immediately. But
we got some good stuff.
Yeah.
It was a good time. And garage sailing, and then also like whenever she would be like babysitting us for a night, and she would come into our house and our parents would leave, then she would go babysitting, sitting on the babies, and she'd chase us around and sit on us. That was funny. But yeah, not big.
One of
I'm
my
yeah, okay. I guess it could be your turn.
one of my favorite Mama Joe memories is we would always have sleepovers at her house, and she normally let us choose the movie out of a big box of VHS tapes. And this one time we come over and she's like, guys, I had this movie for you that I really want you to watch. So she goes and she picks out the movie and she starts playing it, and she leaves us upstairs, and it's a movie about like bunny rabbits, and it's supposed to be really good. And like 2 minutes into the movie, there's like bunnies being murdered, being eaten by coyotes, being drowned in the river, and we were like,
they got their heads chopped off.
Probably 8 or 9 when this happened, and it was really traumatizing. We ran downstairs and we were like, Mama Joe, we don't want to watch this movie anymore. And she kept sending us back up there to watch it because she thought we were exaggerating, until finally she came up and watched it and was like, oh my god, this is traumatizing. I'm so sorry, guys. And then we got to watch Anna Green Gables. So.
Hey Mama Joe, happy birthday. I'm so thankful to have you as a grandma. I just couldn't ask for anyone better. You've always been there for me, especially when my parents went on one of their mini vacations, and you've always tucked me in and woke me up to a fresh pile of pancakes. You just couldn't ask for a better grandma. You've always been there. And I'm sorry for throwing up on your porch. I like monkey bread and hide the thimble the best.
Happy birthday, Mama Joe. Thank you for being such an inspiration in my life. I remember every morning when I was little, I'd come over to your house and go, Mama Joe, will you please make me pancakes today? And you'd say, did poor baby not get fed by her mommy? And I would say, Thank you for being such a great grandma.
3.
Happy birthday, Mama Joe. Thank you for
pancakes,
monkey bread,
hide the thimble,
Play-Doh,
and sleepovers.
We
love you.
Thank you
Thank you for being our grandma. Bye.
Happy birthday, Mama Joe. I love you so much.
Happy birthday, Mama Joe. We love you, we miss you, and we are excited to come see you soon this summer so you can meet Micah. I hope you have a great day.
Happy birthday, Mama Joe. We love you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mama Joe.
We love you.
You're the best grandma ever.
Happy birthday, Mama Joe. Good job.